Hey guys, Tarrix here with another video. Another combo video about wind-ups. This time I'm going to be showing the Shockmaster look. Really simple steps, and hopefully you will be able to know how to do it afterwards. But first off, I'm gonna talk a little about the open game state thing that they introduced with the priority gun. For all of you who remember the last video I made, I said that you could interrupt the Magician Shark play with a effect veiler. Like, what I basically stated was you play the Magician, and then if you veiler the Magician, if your opponent veilers the Magician, you will not be able to special summon the Shark, because Shark has to be special summoned directly to the summon of Magician. Basically, that is true that Shark has to be summoned directly to Magician's effect. So basically, let's say you summon Magician, and your opponent uses Effect Veiler on the Magician. He still has, actually, before he can play the Veiler, he has to announce is the summon alright. I mean, do you have any response to the summon, where he can use Effect Veiler. But at that point, if you ask for any response, it is too late to activate Shark, because Shark triggers directly from the hand to the summon. And what I did find out, or what a friend of mine found out, shout out to him, is, let's see here, this one. As you can see, at this point, turn player takes an action that does not start a chain. Normal summon, exactly, the normal summon of the Magician, it states here. It activates a trigger effect. And according to the chain rules, after the trigger effect has activated the Shark, definitely, there, the Shark activates right here. Your opponent only gets to respond afterwards, after the trigger effect has activated. So basically, if your opponent uses Veiler, you don't have to activate your Shark, because it states here that, I mean, if it's too beneficial that you have 2 level 4 monsters on the field, you can do that instead. But if he throws a Veiler down on the Magician, first when it gets summoned, you can basically have a free Shark on your hand. That's just one little funny fact, I guess. Let's see. There we go. So, but yeah, I stated before that you can do this, but Shark activates immediately on the summon before Veiler can be activated. It's definitely also worth it just to bait out the Shark on the field to Veiler the Magician. But yeah, as I mentioned, it does not work. Shark triggers and gets special summoned. Then your opponent can chain to the summon of Magician, or to the activation of Shark's effect. Because actually Shark, yeah, it triggers, its effect triggers, but it hasn't been special summoned yet. So, but alright, let's jump right into it. I'm sorry for the mistake there. But yeah, I'm gonna have these combo videos up again, because I think they're really cool. I'm gonna make some more combo videos about other decks too, as soon as I get time, as soon as I get the cards or the people to explain the combos, because I'm definitely not the best speaker, if you might say that. So yeah, you normal summon the Magician, special summon the Shark, and all these combos, they're based on that your opponent does not have any answers to this. Which happens quite often. So yes, at this point, Magician effects activates, putting these counters on to show that they do not have their effects anymore. Special summoning, there we go, the Magician to defense mode, since it special summons to defense mode. Now you can activate the Shark effect, putting it down to level 3, which will trigger the other Magician's effect, which takes out a rat to defense mode. Now that these two magicians have activated their effects, it's definitely worth it to overlay them. And you can make a photon purple imperative. Activate photon purple imperative's effect to put red into attack mode. Red effect, getting out the magician. Oops. Just dropped the card. Whoops. Sorry. Now we have 2 level 3s on the field. So basically, why not just overlay them? And you go into a Zen Mighty Carrier. Now you activate Zen Mighty Carrier's effect, detaching. I mean, the shark is definitely worth it having in the graveyard instead of the rat. So, but yeah, Carrier activates its effect. Magician triggers. Carrier special. Oh, Magician has special summon. No. Carrier resolves first, I guess. Summoning the Magician into. It doesn't really matter, just to defense mode. And then the Magician effect activates, summoning a wind-up rabbit. Yeah, we can see it all on the field. Good stuff. Now you activate the wind-up rabbit's effect, banishing it from play. Let's see here. It's a bit like this. Triggering the last Magician's effect. This Magician specially summons a shark to the field. Now basically you just overlay these 3 to make a Shark Master. This is simple. I mean, you just have to know which order you have to go for the exceeds, then it's actually pretty easy to remember. I mean, first Purple Recursive, then Zen Mighty, then you have a Shark Master. It's really easy to understand and really easy to make, but definitely it's only worth it. It's really only worth it if your opponent plays one deck that is heavily dependent on one type of cards. I mean, you could always call spells at this point and like set a lot of traps. There's always a possibility, but it's definitely worth it against agents because you call monster. Against Dino Rabbit you call monster because they don't have much without those monsters. And as soon as it gets your turn again, you can just call traps if they set heavy back row. So at those points it's really good because it's quite costful. I mean, obviously you get a rabbit back on the field, but you have used so many cards to make this combo. You have used double shark and triple magician plus the wind-up rat to make this combo, and you have used your wind-up carrier and the photon imperative, which might get you out of some nasty situations at in points of duels, and this one basically starts every combo that you have. If you have Pot of Avarice, this combo would basically be game no matter what, how many back rows your opponent has, unless he sits with like 3 effect veilers on his hand and 5 back rows. But else that would basically be game. I mean, this is a huge amount of damage and you would be able to get it through several times. So but yeah, that's the combo. Let's see, video getting quite long, so I'm gonna stop it here and I'm gonna come back with another video where I'm gonna explain the Tarrix combo play. The most nasty one I have done is having a Utopia and a Tarrix on the field. It basically makes it impossible for my opponent to get rid of all of this, because it's just really strong. But I'm gonna come back with that one in another video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the combo. Shockmaster, it's too gay. How should it be touched? I mean, it has to be touched in some way. Could it be the Magician 2-1, or how will this combo be touched by the next ban list? Thanks for watching.